I'm St John Simpson. I'm a curator at the British Museum and I'm responsible for ancient Arabia and ancient Iran. Welcome to my corner. To the Greek and the Roman historians, Yemen was happy Arabia, or fortunate Arabia, Arabia Felix. Unfortunately, happy Arabia in the last year or so has been an unhappy place because it's been a country mired in conflict and war with huge humanitarian suffering and loss of life. It's a war that's involved many different countries and many different sides. It's seen a population trapped within its borders with bombing from the air, naval blockade, naval shelling and ground troops. And with any conflict, there also comes a cultural impact, and that has affected all of the 4 World Heritage Monuments inscribed on the UNESCO list. It's involved the total destruction of 2 of Yemen's museums, a museum in Dhamar and a museum in Taiz, with the total loss of the contents of those museums, thousands of objects destroyed. Ancient Yemen was connected by land and sea routes with its neighbours in the Horn of Africa, with India, with Egypt, Greece, Rome and the rest of the Middle East. As a result, its culture was interconnected. And the interconnections of culture means that any damage to any part of it reflects on other societies. Now, those societies are ancient societies, but in a sense we're all successors and we're all inheritors of ancient societies and ancient cultures. The big sites in Yemen are being damaged and destroyed because of the conflict, and we can see this on satellite photos and photos that have been taken by very brave people who are visiting the sites and checking for themselves. These sites are significant because they're all unique. They all give a deep insight into life in ancient times in one of the great centres of civilization in Arabia. And we in the international museum sector are very, very concerned that in an immediate post-conflict situation, when borders are opened and people and objects can start to flow out of the country again, that we'll see a problem of looting and trafficking of antiquities. So we've been working with UNESCO and ICOM to highlight the importance of cultural heritage and the potential loss of heritage through conflict, and to create a red list of Yemeni objects at risk. One of the most distinctive types of object from ancient Yemen that you see here in the British Museum, for instance, are carved funerary busts cut from beautifully polished yellowish alabaster or calcite. These were placed in cemeteries as memorials for the dead. But it's a type of object that has unfortunately also been trafficked illegally. And for that reason, it's a type of object that we'll be highlighting on the red list of objects at risk from Yemen. A red list is a tool for the art market and for law enforcement agencies. It's a list of the sorts of objects that are collected and easily trafficked. Once the conflict has been brought to a close and peace has fallen on happy Arabia again, then there's the ability to work with archaeologists and museums and other cultural organisations in Yemen with Yemenis to promote and restore its national cultural heritage. At the moment, we can't do that, and therefore we're using the opportunity to put a spotlight on the importance of Yemen from afar. We implore you to go online, visit collections where you can, and appreciate what you can see, what you can learn, and from that understand why culture is important and what its loss means for you as individuals and for us as humanity in times of conflict. If you're interested in seeing ancient objects from Yemen, then come to the British Museum and go to Gallery 53, where you'll see some of the star objects on permanent display.